Welcome to the Rise Up Podcast, the show where we share the Thunderbird's eye view of our Yucaipa High. Each week, we sit down with students, staff, or community members to highlight the stories and celebrate the achievements from across our community that make T-Bird Nation soar. Now, get ready to rise up.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I am here with our Link Crew team. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what Link Crew is.
I'm Megan Woltz-Solis. I am the Link Crew coordinator, and this is...
Hello, everyone. My name is Frank Solis, and I am a co-coordinator, so we run Link Crew together.
Yeah.
So what is Link Crew?
Link Crew is a leadership program for upperclassmen, juniors, and seniors, and it's basically a mentor program where the juniors and seniors go out and they help the freshmen acclimate and transition to YHS. And so we do a lot of activities with them, like we go and we start off with the freshman orientation, which is really fun, and we do just various activities throughout the year. We've done a tailgate, we've done an Easter egg hunt, we've done ice cream socials, movie nights, just things for the freshmen to come and, see each other because they've been separated into different middle schools and such. And so it brings them together, but it also allows them to meet some upperclassmen and feel like they have a friend on campus they can really connect with.
Yeah, so statistically speaking, freshman year has the biggest dropout rate. Unfortunately, some of our freshmen is too overwhelming at the adjustment from middle school to high school, and there's a lot of different factors. Link Crew is here to help them build that bridge to making them feel more connected to our school, making them know that, hey, we got you. Socially, emotionally, academically, we're here to support them. And we want to make sure that they feel welcomed, number one, and that they feel a part. And, at the end of it all, I want them to say, my freshman year went well, and a lot of it has to do because of Link Crew, and that's where we come in.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the freshman kickoff is one of the biggest events of the year, and you have to pull it off before school starts.
Right.
So how do you manage that? What goes into pulling off that freshman kickstart for our kids?
For us, it starts back in April.
Yeah.
We're starting to prep for it, and it's in August, July, August. And the commissioners, we have a bunch of commissioners that come together and create the theme, and we're working on posters, and we do development days to get the new Link Crew leaders together to kind of get them on that same vision path of hey, this is how we're gonna get these freshmen into the gym, this is how we're gonna get them into the classrooms, and this is how we're gonna spread them out and make sure that they have everything they need to start their first day. So it's definitely a process. And I just have to hand it to the Link Crew leaders because they're the ones that really kind of lead the whole thing. And so it's just, I think they take a lot from what made me feel comfortable coming onto campus, but also what was I missing so that I can, bring that in when I'm doing my own freshman orientation and leading that.
Yeah, freshman orientation is a lot. It's our Super Bowl event, and as a Houston Texans fan, I don't expect you to understand the severity of it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. It's coming.
We'll get there.
It's coming.
But the Super Bowl
soon.
is when the champion of the AFC and the NFC. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, it's seriously, it's huge, and it's a lot of logistics. It's a lot going on. We prepare for months. Organization, preparation, and she does a lot of it, and the kids do a great job on it, and it wouldn't be as successful without them, but it's a big event. It's a big deal. We're here in the summer. The kids sacrifice their time. We sacrifice our time to make sure that the freshmen feel welcomed. First impressions are everything. So when they walk in and they see what we've done for them, it's just their jaw drops, and they smile, and they're happy, and we make them feel welcome and comfortable. And I hope the plan is when they leave there, they go home and they look at their parents and say, I can't wait to go to high school. I can't wait. And hopefully their anxiety is a little bit lower. They feel more welcomed. They feel more comfortable. The campus all of a sudden doesn't seem that big. So that's what our goal is. We want them to come to school, want to be here, excited to be here, and go home and can't wait for the next day.
So you mentioned that a lot of Link Crew is student-led.
Yes.
So how do you go through the process of selecting your Link Crew leaders?
We have an application process that starts way back in March, and we, go through just a list of applicants. And what we're really looking for is what's your vision? What are you willing to be at these events? And do you care? We're not necessarily looking for your grades. We're looking for what can you add to this program that's going to make it a successful program for the freshmen coming up? Because we had 800 freshmen this year. And so we have to not only choose Link Crew leaders that are going to be showing up to these events to accommodate that group, but also ones that are going to be willing to take on that group the whole year and communicate with them at least once a semester, if not twice. And so we're trying to, just get people that are really willing to help us organize all the events and really get the freshmen, together.
Yeah, my prerequisite is pretty simple. We get them literally the first day that we meet the new Link Crew leaders. We sit them in a room and I said, if you don't care, you're in the wrong room. If you don't care about each other, if you don't care about the high school, if you don't care about freshmen, this isn't going to be the program for you. And I tell them that we are the heart and the soul of this school. If we don't care, nobody else is going to care. Our actions dictate what this school does, and we have to reflect that, because if we don't do it, no one will. We have to set the example. We have to be the ones that pick up the trash when it's not yours, and that's going to snowball into a different effect. We got to be those ones. So if you don't care, guys, they don't. And thank goodness gracious, this is my second year teaching with Link Crew with Megan. And we've got the most amazing kids. I really feel that way. They are so cool. They're nice. They care. They want to. They don't sit around and just hang out and do. They're like, what could we do next? What do we want to do? What do you need us to do? And that's huge. And it means the world to us, because I would hate for us to put in all this work and care and hustle, and they don't match that. But we have to keep up with them sometimes.
Yeah.
So we love them.
They're helpful Honda people.
Absolutely.
So, they're awesome.
So when you think back over the last 2 years of you guys working this program together, what's like that moment that sticks out in your mind as being like the Link Crew moment? Like, what's your favorite moment from Link Crew over the last 2 years?
We've seen freshmen come in and they go, we want to be a part of Link Crew. And they've actually asked us, hey, can we be a part of the program? And we're like, yeah, when you're a junior or senior, we'll keep in touch, And, just the amount of students coming up to me, and also the quality of student, just amazing. And it's just the quality. When I mean by quality, I mean by like those that care and really want to make an impact, because they want to leave their legacy, and legacy is a big deal for these kids. Like, what do I want to leave behind in high school? I want to leave a positive, imprint on this school, and this is their imprint, is Link Crew, and making that connection with others.
Yeah, I think I've had 2 aha moments with freshmen, and the other ones with the Link Crew leaders. As far as the freshman goes, I volunteered to help her 3 years ago with the freshman football game, and we were giving free stuff out. And we always give free stuff out, but every 10 students or so, I would always ask them, hey, do you know who we are? And they'd be like, no. And then 10 students, hey, do you know who we are? Do you know where we're giving this stuff out? They're like, no. And then last year and this year, I'm starting to get more yeses. Yeah, you guys are Link Crew. You guys are Link Crew. We know who you guys are. You guys are Link Crew. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And as far as the leader side, some of them have a hard time finding their niche, their place on this campus. And I think they found it with Link Crew. They're in a situation where they love doing what they're doing. They come out here and their leadership skills grow. Oh, yeah. And we've had some students, I don't want to drop them on the camera, but there's some students that are just like, you don't understand how much Link Crew has meant to us and what it's done for public speaking, for feeling more comfortable talking in front of people or taking initiative and stuff like that. It's those small leadership skills that's going to transition from high school through us and into the real world.
It's a purpose.
Absolutely. So that's so rewarding. I mean, what else do you want? Like they know who we are. They know what we're here for. They know how we can assist the freshmen. And you see young adults becoming mature adults. And they're going to be graduating here in 7 months. They're going to be able to go to the military, go to college and take these skills with them. That's going to be very, very valuable.
And be leaders in their community. And hopefully come back and start little charities in our area or events in our area to help the community at Yucaipa.
And most importantly, we want them to go out, make a lot of money, come back and give us some.
Absolutely.
Don't forget about us. We change your life. Give us money.
We'll put your Venmo QR code on the screen right now, so that way they know where to donate.
Bottom of the screen, you'll see.
There you go, right here. So what's next for Link Crew? What do you guys have coming down the pipe?
That's a great question. We have a meeting with our commissioners this week, so it's up to them. We're going to go over what we're doing next month, and then they're probably going to add well, I'm hoping they're going to add in like, hey, we
Yeah.
really think that this would really benefit, or hey, we really want to start going into the freshman seminar classrooms and doing activities with them. And so that's one of the biggest things that we do, other than meeting up with our freshman crews, because they meet their freshman crews, which are about 20 kids that they go and they keep up with the whole year. And so, but we also go in the freshman seminar classrooms and do activities with them and make a connection with them as well. So it's up to the commissioners. So it's not really up to us. We kind of just go with the flow and see what they want to do, and then we kind of add on to what they want to do.
I'm excited to hear what new ideas they have.
Yes.
And like I coach cross country, I teach PE here, and I do link crew, and all those three have one common denominator, is that we want to be the best. We don't care what we need to do. Where are we? Where do we want to go? And how are we going to get there? Teaching, you beg, borrow, and steal. That teacher had this lesson plan. Oh, that's an amazing lesson plan. We look at other link crew programs and we're like, that would be amazing. We could totally do that. Or we look at other programs and we're like, yeah, we shouldn't probably do that. That's not a good idea. I don't think that's our niche. It's in our mold.
Yeah.
So figuring out what they do, begging, borrowing, and stealing, how could we make it better? And take it from there.
Yeah.
Every single year when we have anything from freshman orientation to 8th grade orientation, whatever it may be, we always sit down, we're like, what went well, what didn't? Let's get rid of the ones that didn't. What did we do well? How can we make it better?
Yeah, and we do that with the students too. They give us
Everything.
our feedback.
Yep.
And it's really important we get that, because they're in the trenches. They know what's going on. So
One thing I love about the program every year is the pledge to graduate. Talk to us about what goes into that and how we support not only the freshmen, but how you keep that going with our juniors and our seniors.
yeah, so that was actually a Renaissance idea that came with me from my previous school. I was at A.B. Miller for a long time.
That's where my wife went to school.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Rebels.
there for 13 years, and I thought that would be a really cool idea for the freshmen to keep them motivated. Like, why am I here? You know, because throughout their educational career, they haven't had that perspective of like, hey, I'm moving towards towards an end goal, and my end goal should be graduation. And so, but do I want to graduate from here, or do I want to graduate from somewhere else? No, we want you to graduate as a T-Bird. And so for us, having them sign that pledge, and then junior year getting that pledge back, and then senior year getting that picture of them in the graduation garb as a freshman, is something that I not only as a memento, but it's something that's like a reminder of like, oh, this is why I'm here. Oh, I want to be here. I want to graduate. I want to move on and, continue to, have these end goals. And so
I take a little bit more personal. I see a lot of at-risk freshmen through my classes, and whenever they take their picture and they come around and all the link crew kids applaud them, I pull them aside. I'm like, hey, this is not a joke. Like, this could be you in 4 years. Like, you're almost there. You gotta make it. You gotta change your choices that you're making if you want to do this, if you want to make this happen. And then it gets personal with like staff when they have like their nephews or their son, daughter, and I send them a picture of them in garb, and they reply thank you, and they get emotional and they tell us how cool it was. So it's really cool. I love that event.
Yeah. We talk a lot in education about backwards mapping, and you start with the end in mind.
Yeah.
I think that really makes it real for our freshmen. So many times freshmen come in and they don't realize how big of a hole they're digging themselves because they're not thinking about graduation yet, right? 4 years down the road. And so being able to have them think about that early and recognize what the goal is and work their way backwards gives them an opportunity to achieve that level of success that they need.
Right.
And so then they're not digging themselves out all year.
Right.
Through the other 3 years, they put themselves on a good path from the beginning. And a lot of that is directly related to the work that you guys do and your team does. And I love the idea of legacy when you're talking about your student leaders, because their goal is always to make it better for our incoming freshmen than it was for them. And if you can achieve that every year, then it's a constant moving bar that just keeps getting better and better. And that passion and connection to making it better for others is really what drives the program.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you guys for all you do. I know it's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time and energy. But our school is so much better off having you guys at the lead of this program. And I just thank you so much for everything you guys do for us.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this episode of our Rise Up podcast. T-Bird Nation, no matter where you are in your journey, remember, the view gets better the higher you climb. Keep rising up, T-Birds.